Okay, now it says we're going live here, Greg. I'm gonna lock the phone. Hey, nice hat. Check out that hat.
Like that?
Not sponsored by Bobcat.
No.
We're trying this, guys. If this goes out, we're sorry. We're trying to stream on. So put this there in your pocket there, Greg. You can put that there on your side though too. Just make sure you don't
shut it off.
Yeah, we don't want to shut it off. Okay, we got an aeration. One of Greg's clients wants this done. It's mid-July, but look, this lawn's green, Greg. Aside from this weird, like, I don't know, alien mark there.
They just had some stone brought in.
So, but
we put some new stone over there on the side.
Look at all these lawns here, guys. This is Southeast Michigan in mid-July, and we've had 90s, Greg, haven't we?
We've had some fairly warm weather, yes, indeed.
So
we yesterday it was actually a little warmer at 85, and it still felt like it was 100.
Yeah. So
it was so humid.
We've been dripping the past couple weeks, but here you can take this, Greg. Just hold on to that. You can put that there in your pocket, but don't disconnect it. I got the Z-Aerate 24. I'd bring you there in the trailer, Greg, but you know it might just disconnect.
Yeah.
I think the Z-Aerate, Greg, takes about a gallon of gas.
That's it?
Yeah, I think it takes a gallon. I'm gonna fire this up here quickly.
This is Evan's trailer here. He's got the good old American flag. Go USA.
We don't love our country at all, do we?
No, we are very very proud of it. Yes. So. Not some political parties we're proud of, but most of the other ones we're pretty good with.
Oh, yeah.
With most of the other ones. How many political parties are there? There are actually a number.
2 or 3 apparently now with Elon Musk trying to run out with the America Party. Oh well.
Yeah, what do you got? The Libertarian Party, you got the Green Party, Republicans, Democrats,
and then this on like 2.5 with a pretty firm hydroforce. This one, trying to be careful here on this yard. It's a zero-turn aerator, guys, but you can't really zero-turn because you'll tear up the yard. So
let's take wide turns. And we'll get the big entrance, the big reveal coming out of the trailer. And here it comes.
Set it up here, really nice aeration, put everything on 3 and then just take it easy. But this has been a workhorse for us, Greg, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've done a number of them. I'm trying to think, we've probably done...
We've done more years than we have in mind, but I got a steal on this and we couldn't pass it up.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I think you and I have done probably 30, or you've done about 30 lawns for me or more.
There's only 60 hours on this thing, so we'll take it over.
Well, this lawn will probably make it 61.
Yeah, there we go. You can get close and follow me. Greg's a good cameraman here. He almost has a better eye for it than me, and I'm Mr. Creative. Sometimes it goes.
And I only have one.
Oh, that too. I wasn't going there, but hey, you made the good joke.
Getting a few look a little bit like doggy turds, but we're getting it up. So turtle came in and laid her eggs down there.
Oh, there you go. You got
Dug a
turtles.
hole and
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Really?
So it's much easier for Evan just to kind of back up and turn rather than try to zero turn on it. Just so he can cover some area and get as close as possible. Here's the lawn. I just mowed this lawn on Thursday. This is Saturday, so this is 2 days. And this is cut with that 52-inch Bobcat stander. So, been real pleased with that. You can see some nice lines on this. Been real happy with it. So this is going to be a little bit of a tough spot here. A little bit of a slope. See how Evan can handle this one. I don't know if you can get the topography of this with the camera, but it's a little bit of a tough spot right there, especially on this. See if we can get as close as possible here. Kind of tough with the rocks. But Evan's doing a great job with it. This is a tough hill here. See if we can keep them on board. Went up nice and easy. Client just had a new driveway put in, so there's a couple spots. That's why I haven't had to take the wide turn over here. So the client's been putting some grass in here, and need to have her get some straw down there to keep that stuff from eroding away. And they brought some French drains in a couple of spots. Kind of took care of a couple of things for her there, so she'd get a little better drainage. Moving along.
Guys, I could go, you know, between those rocks there, but I'm not gonna chance that because
No.
I don't feel like A, tearing up the yard, and B, that thing has a front weight on it, but honestly, Greg, it still rocks. So
that's a rollover waiting to happen.
yeah, it's a roll. I mean, I could probably make it, but you almost need someone heavier on it. But even with a heavier person, they'd probably top off sooner. But this is nice. Well, we'll try to stripe it. I won't ruin Greg's stripes because he did it horizontal down there, so we'll go vertical.
All right.
Yeah.
I already showed him my stripes.
I'll be like the fertilizer guy and mess them all up.
Oh, there you go. So you can see this is a pretty good sized yard here. It's one of my neighbors. This has got a 24-inch cut, so you see them going all the way over there. We had a little bit of rain. We asked the client to run our sprinklers pretty good for a few days before we came, so we could soften up the soil. And looks like she's done a real nice job of getting the soil soft for us. We got some nice pores down there. They're coming up nice and easy. And as Evan showed you a little bit earlier, they look really good. So that makes it nice for us. So you can see they've done some nice landscaping here. And just working our way around some of the landscaping. This little spot right here, I won't even take my mower through. I've got a stander, I've got a 61-inch bobcat stander, and I've got we've got a demo right now of a 52-inch bobcat stander, and just haven't felt comfortable pulling that through here. So it's again, this is that spot where you can't really be sure how what the angle is, but it's just enough of an angle that you could lose it. I have taken my my walk behind through here though, so the walk behind just has a little bit better better control here, a little lower to the ground, so it's not likely to bounce, or it's not likely to tip. So been real happy with that when I do use it. But yeah, the walk behinds, they get tiring, so that's when I picked up my Bobcat. And started using that, and been really pleased with the Bobcat mower. But our 52-inch Bobcat that we have right now, I found that I've been really pleased with that. And my understanding is the 52-inch standers are selling better than the 60-inch standers that a lot of these manufacturers have. And talking with a couple of folks, they're saying that they see a lot. They're selling more of the 52s than they are the 61s or the 60s in the standard version. So we did see a 72-inch stander at the expo last year. That was a Toro, and that was pretty nice. You just got to be careful. Our friend Raleigh Spencer has a 72-inch stander, and he's found that he's scalping. Said he's been scalping a fair amount with that, and so he's going to switch to I believe he's looking at a 54-inch right now. He was thinking of switching to that. So all right, Evan's going to kind of do some of his striping here, and I guess we'll have a checkerboard in her backyard then. Yeah, Evan just said he almost got stuck down there. That's a real soft corner. Don't know why. That spot just gets real wet down there. And we'll go take a look at that. But I do spin in that corner for whatever reason. I think the next door neighbor has a sprinkler head right here. as does my client. So I think this just gets really wet over here in this corner. Yeah, you can see here we're having kind of tore up a little bit just because it's so soft over here. You can see one sprinkler head, but I think the neighbor might have another one over here as well, so that makes it a little soft. So and then this spot does not generally get a whole lot of sunlight because you can see all the trees here, and then neighbor's got a tree right there, so this corner just doesn't get much sunlight, so that corner doesn't have a lot of chance to dry out. Whoops, I'm sorry, I had my finger in the way there, guys. I don't know how long I had it in the way, I apologize. I was just holding the camera in a different way. So we'll see. Have to tell Evan that I had my finger in the way. My finger in the way. What? I had my finger in the way on the camera. I don't know. I just happened to be holding it and saw my finger in the way on a spot. So it's like right over here.
Problem is though, with the mic, Greg, I think you should turn the camera towards you. I have it so it's a front-facing mic. You can show yourself to do that. I'm pulling away from this area because it's stuck.
I was staying on here. I don't know why it's so soft. So it's kind of funny, you see those, you see them striping a little bit. So it's almost hard to get good stripes on something small, but this obviously isn't designed for stripes anyway, but you can see the tire marks. Looks like he's going to work in the front yard a little bit here, so we'll work our way up there. So you got the neighbor had marked out a bunch of sprinkler heads for us and everything associated with it. So we've been working with that.
I'm striping this up pretty well, aren't I?
Yeah. A little curvy, a little bit curvy. Kind of messing up my lines, but that's okay, I guess. So here's something for you guys. I don't know if you can see that she's got different flags in the yard here. I had, there's been a bunch of flags, markings in the area here recently, and I had one of my clients that had a bunch of flags still in their yard. And I said, hey, are they done with this job yet? And they said, yeah. And I said, well, mind if I took these flags? And they said no. So I brought them here to this client so she can mark all her sprinkler heads. So look out for that kind of stuff, guys. If you have a client, maybe even particularly some elderly clients, that if you're going to aerate for them, you can just find some flags. Flags are fairly inexpensive, but you know, heck, if you can save them a couple of dollars, try and find a way to save them a couple of dollars. So, because you're already charging them for the aeration anyway. So. But yeah, I think they appreciate that. But this here is my second turtle nest that surprisingly has come up. One of my other clients, I was mowing their lawn and I ran across a turtle. I saw in the middle of the yard she she was digging, and then you know, I went around her, stayed well away, and then I don't know, 20 minutes later I was back in that spot, and she was gone, and that nest was buried almost perfectly. And it's amazing how God designs animals, reptiles, what have you, to know exactly what they need to do. In her case, she buried her eggs and then covered them back up, and you couldn't tell that there was a nest there. It looks like there was just a spot that got torn up a little bit. So we're heading to the backyard. Try and finish this up over here. Aerating is does not take a long time, because obviously you don't have to pick up the cores. Just make sure your client understands that the cores will stay, and then you just mow them up. Because I've heard that people have had clients come up to them and ask them when they were going to pick up the cores, and that's not what we do. We just let them stay down there because that's got all that fertilizer in there, some good soil, and some of the grass that was in there, and the roots, and so all that stuff will help fertilize the lawn. But it's opening it up too, so your lawn will breathe. That's important for us as well. Lots of bugs for some reason in our neighborhood right now. Lots of gnats flying around, mosquitoes, so it's a little bit tough to be in your backyard right now. Even in the front yard sometimes it's you know, we're getting attacked by bugs. So if you could see Evan swatting away back there. But these cores will break up after the first or second mow. After the second mow, they'll be pretty much gone. But it's so much better for your lawn to be able to aerate it. You can aerate, people ask how often they should aerate. You can aerate once or twice a season if you want. It's not going to hurt your lawn. When I worked at the country club, we used to do it twice a season. We do it in the summer, and they did it again in the fall. And that was when you were allowed to move the debris around your ball because of all the cores around it. So see, this lawn normally takes me about 30 to 40 minutes to cut. It's a decent sized lawn, and then it's with the trimming. So again, I'm solo, but just to give you an idea, I cut this lawn. It's $52 is what I charge. Half to 3/4 acre. Thought he was going to try and go for it there. If you can see that angle, I don't know if you can see that angle very well. That's why he stopped short. So this neighbor has lots of sprinkler heads. So they had had to go around and mark quite a few sprinkler heads. And then her boxes, she marked all her boxes as well. So, real good client, nice to work with. See if we can see the action of the aerator here. See if I can get a shot under there. I don't know if I can get that. The weights on the front of the unit. Hopefully keep the thing from tilting on you. You've been on our show, listened to our show before where Evan talked about almost flipping the aerator. That's on the lawn right next door that you're looking at. There's a hill that guy has that's really steep, and Evan was going up, and on the other side of their deck over there, Evan was going up that hill and came very close to flipping. It just started riding up on him. He had to cut out, or in a sense, almost had to bail on the turn. I'm going to go up on their deck and see if we can get an overhead shot. See what this, see if you can see what the lawn looks like. It's like he's got some curves going here, but a little tougher to get straight lines with this. So can't really see the cores much. I'm not sure on the camera, but this is what we're doing. Thing does kind of stripe nicely though. All he's got to do is make his lines straight. And this spot right here is why Evan didn't want to go any further, because it's really slick right here. This is an area I just trim. I just grab my Shindawa 262. That's a little bit of a tough spot right there. You can see Evan leaning pretty good. recall, this tree last year got hit by lightning, or we had a real big windstorm, and you can see where that big section came off. So, and then there's a home right behind here, behind this wood area there, that a box got hit by lightning last season, and it was just a long, hot fire, because it was an electrical fire, and it just burned to the point where it melted the dirt. And you would go and pick up, I happen to talk, guys, I mow the lawn right next door to where that happened, behind this field here, behind these woods here. And I saw the guy out there, the homeowner, and he was cleaning up after the fire, and we found, it looked almost like glass, where the dirt had pretty much melted. It was so hot for so long. Kind of cool to see.
That was there's some dicey spots there, but got it done, right?
We did.
I'm not sure how much of the commentary you can actually hear from Greg, because I have it on the front facing, but oh well. I mean, we'll find out. It took about 35 minutes to 33 minutes.